Hi students, we are going to be doing this drawing today. Okay, what you need is a pencil, eraser, mirror, pencil crayons, and regular crayons. With your mirror, I want you to look at the shape of your oval, of your face, and I want you to draw it in. There wasn't necessarily an oval up here, but that's okay, I'll fix it. I kind of have a square-ish jaw, I'm going to put that in. All right, next you're going to add your neck. Your neck isn't necessarily two straight lines. They have a slight curve to it. Don't make it too skinny or your head would fall over, okay? So you want to do it where your jaw line ends. Now, if you look in the mirror, I want you to notice your shoulders do not end where your head ends. That would be very alien-like, okay? So there's quite a bit of space from your ear to where your shoulder ends. So I want you to look in the mirror and put in your shoulders. Okay, now we have our main body shape in. Now we're going to dissect our face into here, I'll show you. This feature, this will help us do a symmetrical face. Everything will be even on both sides, okay? So I'll walk you through it. Now we're gonna first, before we do that, we're gonna put our helmet in so that we know where to start our face. So first you're gonna do a curved line going outward a little bit on both sides. Then you're gonna connect it all the way around. Press pause when you need to, okay? Now erase the part of the head showing through the helmet. And then do a diagonal line on both sides to come inward. Okay. Now, we're going to dissect the face in half from top to bottom. Find your halfway point and do a straight line up and down.
Caterpillar.
Okay. Now we're going to do a curved line for our eyes. Okay, you're not actually doing any features yet. And make sure you're doing these lines very light because you're going to be erasing all of these lines in a little bit. Now take your eye line and your chin, split it in half, find your center point. That's going to be the tip of your nose line. Now you're going to take that tip of your nose line and your chin line and you're going to split that in half. Okay, this is not that even, so I'm going to fix it there. Okay, make sure your lines are straight or your face will look crooked when you're drawing your features. And if ever you need, for this project, if you need a ruler, I'm okay with that. Because the whole point is to make it symmetrical. Okay, we are ready for some features. Now I want you to look in the mirror and look at how close your eyes are to your nose. Some of you have close together eyes, some of you have far apart eyes. Depending on how far apart your eyes are, that's how far your nostrils are going to be from each other too. So mine are close together and not very big. I'm just going to draw the shape of my eye first. I'm not drawing any features in that eye. I'm just drawing the shape. So you go ahead and do your shape too. And the same amount of distance I did on this side, I'm doing it on this side too. So you can give yourself a dot to know where to start it from. And there's the shape of my eyes on each side. Now, I'm not going to do any other details yet for my eyes. I'm going to do the tip of my nose, just like an upside down C. Then I'm going to give myself an invisible line going down the tear ducts of my eyes. And this is where my nostril would end on both sides. So I'm just going to have two C's facing each other. Okay? I'll come back to the nose later when I erase my lines. Now this line for your mouth is the center line for your mouth. But before we begin our mouth, I want you to look in the mirror. Notice where your mouth ends. It usually ends between like the eyeball and the tear duct, somewhere in the middle of that. So I'm going to do an invisible line down to give myself a dot on each side to know where to end my mouth. Doesn't mean it's going to be like a big lip all the way there. That's like the very end. It's probably like very skinny over there, okay? So I'm going to put the top of my lip, then I'm going to put the bottom of my lip. Okay, now at this point, you erase all your lines. The up and down straight lines, erase them. Okay, now let's move on. We're gonna go to the inside of our eye. Sorry, there's a noise in the background.
Every single book you have.
So we don't see our full eyeball. If you saw your full eyeball, you would look scared or surprised. Part of your eyeball, where the eye color is underneath your eyelid, hanging out over there. So go ahead and put 3/4 of that circle in. Then put your pupil in, the black part. Now I want you to look in the mirror again and look at your eyelid shape. Everyone has a different eyelid shape. Go ahead and put it in. Let's see, do I have a sharper one? Nope. Now I want you to look in the mirror and put your eyebrow shape in. Your eyebrows usually start a little bit farther out and they go out further. So go ahead and put your eyebrows in. Okay, and give yourself some eyelashes. And now as for your nose, we're not going to leave it like this. We're going to connect this line and this line, okay, and you're going to draw in your nostrils a little bit. And usually you don't see a straight line down from up and down to your nose. What you see is shading. And we can do this with colored pencils later, but for now I will just lightly, very lightly put it in with my pencil. Okay, moving on, we're going to put the strap for our helmet. So just do a parallel line around your face. If you're a boy, I mean either way, or a girl, you're going to have hair sticking out from the sides, okay? So go ahead and put your hair. And for a girl, you can have like a ponytail or a braid, however way you want to do it, kind of coming out. And the boys, you can just have kind of hair sticking out, however way you want to do it, that's fine. Okay, now we're going to give our outfit. Let's start with a t-shirt. They're usually wearing these army green t-shirts. Then we'll add a V for the collar of our shirt. And then a widened parallel line for the collar of this shirt over it. And there's like some type of straps coming out of it on this side. And there's the bulletproof vest-like thing they're wearing, and here's some straps that are on it. And something similar on this side. It looks a little longer on this side. Okay. At this point, we're going to draw... Oh, we need a trim on the helmet. Parallel line like this. Now you're going to draw your camouflage. So you're going to kind of just do squiggly blobs everywhere on the helmet, on the shirt. Not on the t-shirt, just a button-down shirt. So I'm going to just put all the squiggly lines, and I'll show you how to color that in a minute. Okay, and this will be for part 1 and part 2 of the lesson that you took with me, and it's going to be in one video. Okay, so now let's start the Artsakh flag. The easiest way to do this is with one line first. We're going to do this line, and we're going to go in, down, up, in, down, up, in, down, up, in, down, up. And you're just going to keep doing this until you have no more room. Oops. Oh, I went backwards. Oops. Even teachers make mistakes. Inwards, then down. Okay, so now you do a parallel line. You just go around the shape you already made. You don't have to think about it anymore. Okay? Okay. Now we're going to do the Garmi Gabidnaran Chakwin, just the dividing of it. The red, blue, and orange. Don't go through the person or the white part. And our drawing is finished. Get your color pencils. For the first part, you need skin color and like brown-ish, if you have it. If you are darker skin color, like more tanned, I would recommend like tan and brown, okay? So first you use the lighter skin tone and fill it in. Anywhere you see skin. As for the brown, I'm going to lightly put it in on the edges, very lightly, to give my face like tones, okay? Just lightly. You barely see it. Then I'm going to use it for my the nose area that we talked about. And kind of around the eyes. Okay, and now I'm going to use the same brown for my hair. You don't have to have brown hair. I have brown hair, so I'm going to put it in brown. If you have blonder hair, you can use like tan and yellow or whatever. So I'm going to add more tones in the eyelashes and my brown eyes. I'm going to kind of go around over the eye shape with the brown as well. Be very careful to do this. Okay, if you have high cheekbones, you can slightly define them. You can even add a little pink. I think I dropped my pink earlier there. Okay. You can add a little pink in the cheeks to give it some flesh color. I'm not talking a lot. You don't want to look like a clown, just lightly. Okay, and then put in your lips. Now find yourself a light and a dark green. If you only have one green, then just press light and then press hard. And that's all you got to do. So my first step I'm going to do is press lightly with my light green all over the helmet and then all over button-down shirt. Okay, with the dark green, I'm going to fill in the t-shirt. Put in the strap of the helmet. And then go over all the camouflage stuff with the dark green. Pressing hard if you're using the same green now. The flag, when we do the coloring, I mean, I'll let you guys do that on your own. It's very easy. I'll show you my finished product. I'm not going to do it all right now because it's just simple. Garmid, gabuit naran shakuin, red, blue, orange. Leave this portion white. And then you're done. Now, also, when you finish doing the camouflage, you might want to outline all the other parts of the shirt we put in to define it. Like the straps. And that's it. So I'm going to show you my finished product. Here is the finished product. So leave this white red, blue, orange. Make these nice and bright. If you're going to use oil pastels for them, make sure to keep your arm off the page. You keep your arm like this, it's going to smear all over your beautiful drawing. Okay? Okay, hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck.